So I'm going to try and do a video here. I may pause and have to restart again. I don't have the video editing software yet, but I think this would be a good way to review what happened in a meeting. Last Friday, the 9th of December, Stephanie, Nicolas, Alberto, Mishangran, and I got together and discussed what we'd like International Day to be. So I'm going to start with an overview of some of the notes we have, and then I'm going to go ahead and talk about the actual dates and the progression of things. And from there, we will progress. So let me start by saying that the theme we decided on was, or is, sustainability. What we imagine is going to happen is that sustainability will be broken up into 6 subcategories. Each of these subcategories will be assigned to a grade level. Within the grade levels, they will be assigned or be required to produce a prezi, a movie, a performance, and a display. All 4 of these types of presentation formats must be completed. The idea was that we did not want a repeat of last year, which was a bunch of laptops for presentations. That was boring, and we didn't really like that. Another idea we had was that the prezis themselves, or the presentations themselves, would be given a rubric, and on that rubric students would earn a particular score. The highest scoring presentations, which would be assessed by the seniors, would earn class points. So we need to coordinate with the student council on this. The presentations will all be held as it was last year in the auditorium. Last year the band came in at the last minute and performed in the middle of the presentations. This year we'd like to plan for that. So we're expecting that from 10 to 10:45 we'll have presentations. At 10:45 the band will play, attracting more people. After the band plays, we'll have presentations until food is served at 11:30. We still need to discuss and figure out what all of this will look like in the auditorium. A couple action items I need to do is ask about No Shoes Day, which will make sense to all of you later, and ask about 40-minute advisories with Mr. Partos, which will also become more clear to you later. So, how is this all going to work out? We had to schedule several meetings for January. The first meeting is January 11th. If it'll let me click on it. It's not letting me click on it. Here we are going to meet to discuss a video that will be created and given to students on the what day is that? On the 16th of January. So someone or a group of people in Global Issues will have to create a video. This video will be made and progress will be assessed on that video on the 13th of January. So we'll meet again on the 13th to look at the video and see what else we need to do. Also in these meetings we need to actually assign the sub-themes to the grades and possibly even make groupings within the grade for the presentations. We have to get our ducks in a row here so that when we introduce this at the assembly in that short video, everything is ready. We also need to know all of this information because on the 17th we're going to ask for an advisory day. That advisory day, one of us will be in each of the different advisories answering questions on International Day. The key here is that we don't want to lose momentum. There is a minimum day on the 25th. We are hoping to get that day, that half day, used for organization. So the MUN members would be able to stay after school and work on some of the key items to prepare our student body for the hard work in February. So that was January. Let's take a look at February then. February, there is another minimum day on the 15th, and we are hoping to have presentations made by students or teachers to the student body on how to work with Prezis and how they work. But not just Prezis. It would be how to do performance presentations, how to do, I can't remember what the other ones were, performance, display, or a movie. The idea there is that we're learning from each other and that we ensure that we have awesome presentations come March 10th, which is International Day, by the way. Following that, we have Carnival weekend. We might lose some momentum there, hopefully with a good awareness campaign. We won't. This is another item for later. Then we also discussed something for the week of the 5th through the 9th of March, the week leading up into International Day. The idea was that each of these days will be a rethink day. What we rethink is how we use resources daily, or how we don't use resources, or we overuse resources. So one of the days, the first days, would be a food day. We rethink how we consume food by having a bowl of rice for lunch and nothing else but a bowl of rice for lunch. If we get the entire student body to commit to eating a bowl of rice, one, it'll look somewhat surreal. The other thing is that we'll be able to kind of live or act out what most of the world eats. Some of them on a daily basis. The next day we'd have an energy day, and we'd turn off all the lights in the classrooms for the day, or something like that. We haven't worked out the specifics there. The day that caused a lot of controversy, or not controversy, but discussion, was shoes. We would like to have a no-shoe day. And on the no-shoe day, we imagined that students would arrive with a pair of shoes that they're ready to donate on their feet, take off those shoes within their advisory, and leave their shoes off for the entire day, so we can rethink what it means to have a pair of shoes on the soles of our feet. Another day would be a no water day. That doesn't mean that no one drinks water. It means that the water fountains will be turned off, and if anyone wants to drink water, they will have to bring their own. This is supposed to simulate how much of the world don't have access to tap water or any type of water system like that, and they have to actually walk to the rivers to collect water and bring it back to where they live. Sorry, the background. I think La Abuela is turning on the TV. And another day that was actually very controversial was No Electronics Day. And on No Electronics Day, no one would, or everyone would leave their cell phone at home. So these are the different ideas we've had. I welcome any questions, any suggestions from you. You can comment on the YouTube thing below. And that's it. I think I can stop it.